Isabel, taking you through the front pages, and we'll return, shall we, to the front of the Daily Mail, Daily Telegraph. I'll see if I can find it, but this is all about rogue puppy breeders being brought to heel. Tell me.
Yeah, so this caught my eye because there is a really ongoing and a serious issue with the way that a lot of people buy puppies, and it's obviously particularly topical at Christmas time when lots of people are thinking of buying them
puppies
as presents.
For life, not just for Christmas.
And there's been for a long time there's been a problem with the lack of legislation surrounding puppy farming, and these are pretty horrific, basically like puppy factories where puppies are brought up in horrific conditions, very cramped, they're not always there with their mothers, they're quite often diseased, and people pay a lot of money for what they think are pedigree or, you know, well-bred pets, and actually these poor puppies have had such a bad start in life that they often die within the first few months. So there's been a lot of pressure from the veterinary community, from campaigners, to introduce some regulations, and in particular for people only to be able to buy puppies when they can see the mother with it, so that it's suckling properly and they know that it's been brought up in certain conditions.
Is the consumer the best placed person to work out whether a puppy is healthy or not?
No, which is why you need the regulation, I think. I mean, I do think, you know...
I think the consumer is often misled.
Yes.
So they don't see the reality.
Yeah.
They're presented with a puppy in a basket that looks lovely and cute, and they think that they are buying a lovely, healthy puppy. Of course they don't want to buy something.
We probably have stricter regulations for animals that we eat, don't we, than animals that we breed to be pets. So I think it is an area that needs to be regulated. I think it's very interesting politically as well, because, you know, the Conservatives have got into really quite hot water over some animal-related issues in the last 3 months or so. They've gone really wild on social media, on Facebook.
Which was actually
I thought you were about to mention a story that Isabel might have written about at one point.
I think you're going back to the last decade. Too far.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them was fake news, but I think what's happened is that they've realised that actually if they love bomb the voters with policies, you know, some very worthy policies actually, but that are to do with animal welfare, that might take them somewhere in the polls. And I think Michael Gove in particular is really making a big thing of this.
I'm really glad to hear you giving the thumbs up to Michael Gove and his radical animal welfare things. This is good.
Well, it's hard to be against animal welfare, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It certainly is, apart from turkeys. Let's talk of what could well be the story of...
Well, we want our turkeys to have been treated well as well, of course.
Are you having an organic turkey then?
I actually don't have turkey on Christmas Day.
Oh, safe response.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Because my mum...
If you say nut roast or something like that, you
No, not nut roast. We normally have like roast beef or roast lamb.
Yeah, lovely.
Controversial. In no way controversial. The front page of the Metro, these are the official engagement photos taken by someone supposedly quite snazzy with a camera.
I mean, the Metro's just sort of given up and gone for a Christmas card, hasn't it?
It's just so cheesy though, isn't it?
It's a beautiful photo.
But it is fromage.
It is, Isabel, you're right. It's a very cheesy front page. You know, I'm so glad they look so happy together. But, you know, the Metro's gone for, in some ways, quite a nice take on this.
Yeah.
Some other papers have gone for...
Not so much.
Well, let's discuss the elephant in the room. It's the front page of the Star. Their story is what? And I'm going to let the ladies talk about this.
Really annoys me. So they have done a kind of forensic examination, perhaps that wasn't quite the right word, and they've decided that she's not wearing appropriate underwear, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how they have any idea what she's wearing under there or why it's relevant, and it really annoys me.
I completely 100% agree.
Sonia, Isabel, we are going to have to pause there with that.